So obviously I can see no one is watching at the moment, but I am going to do a Super Nintendo Mini unboxing live on the air for all of you guys and girls to see. Because not all of you will, some of you might not ever see one. These things will probably eventually be in a museum where you will have to see it that way, because I don't know how many actually got produced. I can only assume it's a very, very small amount. Probably not as little amount as the original Super Nintendo Classic Mini. Not Super Nintendo, I mean the Nintendo Classic Mini. Not entirely sure. But I'm sure it's very, very limited, so much so I know that not many are actually out there at the moment. There's quite a few there's a few places that still have them, but they're more than the $69.99 that I paid or pre-ordered about, I think was it June? It was June this year that I went up, pre-ordered that. Yeah, it must have been about then. You can probably see the kick-ass print there from Never Ended Design. Very, very awesome. Got that as a present. Was that a leaving present? I've been a leaving present from my last job from a mate who I still do a podcast with now. In fact, check out Pretty Random Podcast on pretty much anywhere you can play or listen to podcasts. It's 5 of us. We just talk crap. But it is entertaining, let me tell you. But there we go. So, obviously we need to have a look at this, because some of you are probably going to want to ask questions about it as well. Obviously, leave a question. I'll just make sure I've got the question thing up. Yes, I think. Yeah. So, if you do want to ask a question, make sure you do that. And then, obviously, I can answer it for you. So, yeah. We will get on in a minute. Obviously, if you are watching this recorded, you probably want to skip forward a few minutes. But, there we go. Yeah, so obviously I've got a few more reviews and videos in the pipeline. One of them actually being, what was it going to be? Obviously I've got a Doom collection for the Dreamcast. I now have Doom 2 for the Game Boy Advance, which I never had before, and found at a Comic-Con for very, very cheap. In fact, it was about £12. Very, very cheap. Which is good. Very, very good deal. Let me see if I can show you it, actually. There it is. Yeah, Doom 2 for the Game Boy Advance. And guess how much it was? £12. That's actually a really good deal, because on eBay it's usually about 20 to 30 at least for cartridge only, which is, personally, I think quite a lot. But, Oh yeah, this is part of the other videos that's coming up, and it is called, it's about 8 games that should probably get an HD release but haven't yet. So I don't really want to show you too much, apart from this one on the top. This is totally unrelated. This is just a game I like to play. Metal Slug 4. Also got Metal Slug. What's it called? Metal Slug for the Game Boy Advance. Whatever it's called, that's in here as well. We've taken a look at that at some point. But yeah, got a few other consoles here. There's consoles littered around the room. You got PS3 there. You got PS4. And you've also got 360. And then under the work desk, we've got a Dreamcast box. You've got a Super Nintendo in there. Something you probably can't see, it's too dark. But yeah, there's tons and tons around here. More stuff up here. Room is littered with goodies. Some more games for the Xbox. Fallout. And like I said before, the print, and obviously this lovely lady, Marilyn Monroe. She is... I got that actually tattooed on my leg not so long ago. Well, last year. Yeah, it's Sonic. Bit fucking dusty though. And obviously, Pip-Boy is behind the desk. Anyway, I think shortly we will commence. Yeah, we will in a sec. So, right, let's just do this. Let's get on with it. Right, so, this is the package. Super Nintendo. I do, you know, this is just my phone, so don't be too worried if the quality isn't fantastic. But this is it. Let's have to get it out. Now, I'm not going to be one of those people that just keeps in the box. I will play this. In fact, this is what I'll be doing tonight. Here it is. A lot smaller than I thought. Look at that's the size of my hand. So yeah, it's tiny. Take a look at the back. Some great games here, including obviously this son of a bitch. But yeah, you got Yoshi's Island, Kirby, fucking loads of Kirby games, Mario Kart, which I've wanted for a long time. Now I've got some Snes games, but you know, these cost a foot. Look, I mean, we've got Earthbound, for crying out loud. Castlevania somewhere. Yeah, Castlevania 4. Costs a fortune. Secret of Mana. Always get that wrong. Yeah. Absolute Billy bargain. For $69.99. Anyway, so let's open it up. We did have a disconnection there, but anyway, let's continue. If I can get it open one-handed. Hello, Mr. Yeah, you know who you are. How you doing? Hope you're well. But yeah, we are looking at the Super Nintendo Classic Mini. What the hell is going on? How you doing, Shu? Nice to see you too, mate. We are looking at the Super Nintendo Mini. Now, I'm not sure if there's something wrong with the stream. There might be. Not entirely sure. Do you know, Shu, I would love to say, my friend, I'd like to be unboxing a Razer console right about now. I think most of my viewers would probably agree with me here. You know, maybe that will be soon, yeah? When it is, make sure you let the info out. This is very hard to do one-handed. Let's put that over there. So, manual. Oh yeah, it's not easy, let me tell you. Oh, so what do we have? So I can only assume that's the console and that's the controllers. I think the bit we really want to look at is the actual console. Yeah, look at that. Now, God, I can't get the bloody thing out. Here we go. Ready? Here it is. So this is it. This is what $69.99 gets you. Oh, is that an exclusive live on air? Razer Console 2018. Don't, you know, viewers, do not say, you know, that didn't come from me. That came from Alethea Games, live on air. So here we go. Then obviously on the back you've got the power, which is obviously DC in, HDMI out. Like I said, if you want to ask me a question, please do. Happy to answer it. This is a bit of a Q&A session as well. And I'm so sorry about the quality on this phone. It's not fantastic, but it'll do. So we'll place it there. Like I said, it's absolutely tiny. For crying out loud, they are Game Boy cartridges. Just look at the size difference. Right, so next up, obviously, we have controller. Now, I believe the controllers are pretty much the same size as a standard Super Nintendo controller. I think they are. One thing I will say is, I'm sure most of you will agree with me on this. The controller, the look of the European and Japanese release is by far a better looking console than the American one. Now, I don't want to offend any American viewers here, or Canadian, whatever, you know, but I think we've got the better looking console. I'm not going to lie, I do not like the American version. The blocky looking thing with purple buttons. Am I right in saying that? Am I the only one who thinks that? I think the Japanese and European release is far better looking. So what else do we have in here? Let's move that out of the way. So, like I said, box and thing there. Yeah, it is blocky. You are right, Shu. I don't like it, but I like our version better. So here we go. There's the cable as well. Power cable, which obviously runs off USB. And they are ever so kind to give us an HDMI. Does it say Nintendo on it though? It does say Nintendo on the cable. Okay, fair enough. Not just a generic crappy cable. So let's put, this is all out. Now ideally, what I'd do, if I could, is I'd hook this up to the TV and somehow show it off, which I can do, but this will involve me putting the phone down, because I didn't think this through. Let's get this crap out of the way. So we'll get that out of the way. Let me just put the phone down for 2 seconds and I will be right with you. In fact, I'll leave you with an image of the logo. If it stays still. There we go, look at that. But like I said, if you want to ask me a question, make sure you do it now. Because I am ready to answer the questions, as well as showing you the console, if I can, which I will. Yeah, you could be right. You could be right. Right. Let's get the cable. Well, Shu, we are about to find out. I'm just plugging it in and we'll be ready to go. Don't worry, I haven't gone, I'm still here. So, here we go. We are still here, trying to set up the damn thing. My issue currently is I don't have a plug to plug it into. So that is posing issues. Just bear with me. Okay, right. So here we go, we're nearly ready. That is true. Right, here we go. So, let's turn it on. Ooh. Let's turn up the sound. So, oh, here we go. They're all here. There it is. Should we do it? Let's fucking do it. Oh, well, that's alright. Funky music. Super Metroid, Zelda. There's the secret of... oh, there is. So what should we look at? Let's just put it in demo. Oh, that was so crisp. Let's give it a reset. What? Anyway, it's just a quick look at it really, just to see what it's all about. So, display, more options, in-game demo, classic demo. No, you don't want to do that. This is just a real quick look really. But there you go, it's been 20 minutes. It's been long, so I am going to go ahead and play this probably all evening. Thanks for watching if you've been watching. Not many comments or anything, but, you know, we got an exclusive live on the air from Shu saying maybe something is happening with the Razer console before the end of, or could be released, end of next year. So make sure you stay tuned on the Razer console website and obviously here on YouTube as well on my channel. Like and subscribe. I've been out from Games React. Thanks for watching everyone. Bye.